Today, I wanted to talk to you about safety in our clinic with regards to making sure that it's as sanitary as it possibly can be. And what we've done is we've invested in this product over here, which is the SmartMister. Every single time I walk into the clinic in the mornings, it's a little bit like there's been some sort of disco going on, because there's this sort of mist all the way through, and then it goes off again at lunchtime. And what I've got today as my guest is Ray Luke. Ray is an inventor and generally very, very clever chap. I just love talking to. He's invented amazing amounts of things with regards to renewable energy and storing, energy stores and everything that's renewable. For a second, and he is the inventor, and his company makes these SmartMisters. So, Ray, thank you so much for joining us today, taking time out of your busy schedule to explain the SmartMister to us and the technology. So, I think the first thing that people want to know is how it works, how long it lasts on the surfaces, how safe is it for humans, and how deadly is it for the dreaded coronavirus. So, thanks, Ray.
Okay. So this is a product that we take a solution, which is HOCI. Basically, it's if you were to cut yourself, the human body and most mammals produce a chemical called HOCI, hydrochloric acid. It rushes to the wound and it basically attacks viruses, it attacks funguses and bacteria for you, and it's found in all mammals. So what we've done is we've mimicked nature. We bottled that, we put it into this mister, and what the mister does is it takes the air in, it runs through a HEPA filter and an activated carbon filter to remove all big particles from it and dog hairs and other things. It runs through a UVC lamp, which sterilizes the air. It passes through the system and then adopts the mist, and the mist is basically the HOCI liquid that's converted into gas. It spreads into the room and it eventually spreads everywhere that air can get to. So on top of the surfaces, underneath, if in the classroom, the chewing gum that someone's left underneath with saliva, at the top of it, behind the bookshelf, light switches, all the things that you forget to clean and you didn't never quite get around to. It gets there, even under the toilet seat, which I detest. So it's great for that. It completely saturates your entire premises and it makes it clinically clean, and it cleans it to a British and international standard, which is basically this number BS 17301 and then the European standard. So without getting too technical, we comply to an NHS and a World Health Organization standard for sanitising a room. And we do it to medical grade, so you could do surgery in your chiropractor now, if you ever take that up. The idea is you run this at night time before you start work, you come in and then it's settled on all the surfaces and it remains on the surfaces for a good amount of time, and any viruses, germs, people breathing on it in real time become inert, they die within 1 second. In the guidelines from World Health Organization, etc., there's a scoring system for how to prove your air is free of pathogens and free of lots of other things. And in that scoring system, it says that if you want to say, be an operating theatre, you have to have a score of 4 to 6. In the same scale, an office is 8 to 12, and the tolerance level is leave the room when it gets to 16. We have a particle sensor that detects different types of things in the air, a diagnostic tool. And if you want to be clinically clean and you want to get to government regulations, it's going to be above 144. So in your case, in your premises, when I installed it, because you're one of the early adopters of it, which great for me, I ran around your building in all the treatment rooms and the toilets and other places. We put your unit in reception, but then we went round the rest of the building and tested that the gas was actually getting all the way over there, so the mist was reaching it. And everywhere we went, you were above. So it's a diagnostic tool to prove that this is in the air and it's working and it's doing something. The medical standard says that it's got to persist on a surface for 1 hour of a human breathing directly on it. The reality is it's tested and it's there for 14 hours afterwards.
So we're 14 times more effective than what the government standard is, and we've also got, you know, our regular wipe downs as well. So it's overkill, but we'd rather overkill than underkill. And then I remember you talking to me about the Bupa care homes that you had these installed in, and there were absolutely no cases of COVID. I'm sure people would be very interested to hear about that, because I thought that absolutely fascinating.
What that was is when the government was looking for statistics on how many people had caught COVID in care homes, etc. And when the Bupa ones were analysed, they found that they had a number of them that didn't have any outbreaks whatsoever.
Wow.
And there's nothing different about them that they could see location-wise, or still in zones that had lots of other cases. So when they're trying to figure out, they narrowed it down into the only thing that was different is that they were using hydrochloric acid as a cleaning solution. So they then looked at the other care homes that were using it, and every one of them that didn't have any breakouts were basically using this as a solution.
And it doesn't smell like chemicals either. And I think a lot of people have been commenting on that, you know, like, oh, what are you using? Because it's like, you know, it's I can smell something, but it's not harsh in chemicals. So yeah, we're doing the environment some good, and we're obviously keeping everybody safe. So thank you for introducing me to this, and we're really excited to be using it, and one of the early adopters.
Thanks, Grant.
All right, thanks so much.